Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. We have the environment change today. Yeah, because I'm back at home, kind of wanted to relax. So, back here. So today's topic for the video is on how my college life was. Okay, so basically trying to understand whether my college life was worth it or was it not. What I tried to do when I was in college, what stuff excited me, what stuff doesn't. So here we go. Let me tell you, by the way, that I was pretty good in studying when I was in 11th and 12th, okay? And my CET rank was also very good. If I'm not wrong, it was around 1177. And with this rank also, maybe it was written by fate or something that I had to go to some college which was not up to my expectations. I mean, it could be a wrong way to put it, but it is what it is. So basically, I had a very good rank in hand. Everything was going well. Even my JEE score, I think it was around 93 percentile. Yeah, 93 percentile something. So when I was doing my research, okay, for all the courses available, I was I was sure about I was not sure about anything else. I was sure about what course I'll take, and that had to be mechatronics. So I stuck with it. Okay, I did course over college. Okay, I gave my priority over courses. So when I went to choose college, I searched, okay, which college has mechatronics all over the state, okay, in Karnataka. So in Karnataka there are five, I believe. There is Acharya Institute, then I think it is Cambridge, then Reva University, Manipal, and MITE, which is Mangalore Institute of Technology and Engineering. So no offense, okay. Colleges were all good, but I could have gone for the Bangalore college also because I had a very good rank. I could have got it in a merit seat, but my parents came in the way. They're like, we would not like you to stay far away from us and stuff. So, and I was also a guy who likes to stay close to family, and that's how all the colleges which were not in Dakshin Kannada, I had to say no to them. So all the other options, okay, all the colleges which were good colleges in Bangalore, done, closed. Next, the only options left to me were Manipal Institute of Technology and Bangalore Institute of Technology and Engineering. Uh, so it so happened by the time I realized that I have only two colleges remaining. I was like, okay, fine, let it be. I have Manipal, right? I'll try for Manipal. Turns out Manipal has their own exam. Yeah. And by the time I realized this, the exam date had already passed out. So Manipal was also out of option. Guess what? I ended up with the last option, which is MITE, and that's how I got in over here. So, and there was another twist. Okay, so the thing is that there are some documents which were not submitted, or there was some inconsistency between the documents which were submitted during the KCT admission process. So because of that, okay, so my fees, which was supposed to come around 30K a year, okay, under SNQ quota, supernumerary quota, I didn't get it. And I ended up in general quota, which led me to pay 90K a year. So imagine paying extra 60,000 every year. So that was, I felt very bad, okay, at that point. I mean, what is the point of studying so hard, being so good at studies that your rank was also good, but at the end ending up in a general quota with such high fees. Life at that point did not make any sense. So I just had to suck it up at that point, okay, because it was like the last few days of the counseling happening, KCT counseling, and I at that point was like, fine. If it's general quota, it's general quota. Let it be. I'll go to general quota because either ways I don't have any option. Okay, for other colleges, I have stuck with. I was damn sure that I will do mechatronics, and because of that, I do not have any other college options because, like I said, Bangalore out of question, Manipal out of question, one college only. So if it is 90K a year, let it be 90K a year. Came here to college. First year I made a couple of friends. Okay, and first year was pretty good in studying. Okay, not gonna lie, I was at the top. Like every whatever concepts they were teaching. Okay, especially in maths, especially in physics and stuff, which were my interested fields, by the way. I was so good at them. Okay, I myself feel that I was so good at them. Like I was call it self-loathing, but that's what it is. I loved studying those subjects at that point because theory was one thing, but I was able to practically understand like what is the impact of one particular formula and properly understand how to use different methods of integrations, differential calculus. I was very good at it because obviously when I was doing my KCET and I was doing my JEE preparations, all these concepts were pretty well handled, and that's how the concepts were taught during my first year of engineering. Those also got sorted out pretty well. Okay, because of my initial head that I was good at studying for KCP and JEE. But as the years passed, right, second year, third year, fourth year, my CGPA went down. Okay, so a guy who was in 9.7, okay, in his first year of college, went down like this. Okay, something like 9.7, 9.5, 9.4, 9.2, 9.1. Okay, and by the last year, last sem, my CGPA is literally 9.02. Okay, 9.0. Imagine a guy who has potential from 9.7, he ended up in 9.02. Okay, why? Basically because during the course of 4 years, I realized, see, because it's a tier 3 college, I have to make the best of all the opportunities which are available to me at that point of time. Okay, life is not fair. Okay, I understood it by the time I got this college. So it's like it's fine. Whatever is done is done. So try to make the best use of every opportunity available to me. So whether it was, and I by the way, when I mean chances, I do not just mean professional chances. I meant also personal chances. Okay, where I am able to develop myself as a person. So if it was to express myself, say Zumba, whether it was say anything like speaking in public, I used to do that also. Whether it was dance, I was there. Whether it was skate, I was there. Yeah, studies were also going side by side. But because of me involving in all these other stuffs, okay, this was about personal development by the way. Okay, I haven't even touched professional part. So in professional part, I was doing, working with different startups at that point of time. I still remember I worked at one startup. Later on, I don't know, we had a misunderstanding and we had to part ways with the founder. But yeah, it was also a fun time. So 3 years I spent in that startup, and then again we had Baha coming up. So if you guys know Baha, it's basically a competition for building ATVs. So I was also a part of that. So like this personal development, also professional development, I used to take them side by side along with my studies, and studies were also already it was difficult, okay, managing all this stuff together. At the same time, studies was leading into a direction where it did not make sense. Okay, not in the sense that it was it did not have any practical applications, but when I think about physics or when I think about maths, right, I try to understand the history, or try to understand the story behind the particular concept which was developed, like F equals ma. Okay, how did it make sense to Newton? Okay, or say the theory of relativity. Okay, because these formulas are also very popularized, and because that you might see a lot of documentaries happening around these scientists or these great figures. But when it came to things like M3 or M3 and M4, there were things like Fourier transform. I tried my best to get all the other resources available on the internet, like Fourier transform, like what is the reason for it to come into existence? Why do we need it? What's the importance? Somewhat I got it, but it just we learned it, but after that we never got to use it anywhere. Okay, because I don't know for what reasons that happened, and I really felt that was a waste of time because just learning something and never getting to use it anywhere else. So nah, that was a waste. Okay. Now you can of course say that, oh sure, if it was not there in the syllabus you could have just taken up something by yourself and learned. I have many things to handle in case you forgot. Okay, I have many things to handle over here. So finding time for something, which is in my interest, but I'm really not able to give time for it, is very difficult at that point of time. Yeah, I had a lot going on in my mind. Okay, what to do? I do not want my time to be wasted. I have to involve myself into something or the other. Okay, and if I just sit to learn this particular concept, what if my time gets wasted? I could have used this time for building something productive. So even then I ended up wasting time, but that is a different thing. So yeah, that's how time passed by, and just like that, 4 years went in confusion. Okay, with and in the thought that I have to do something good. I have to do something good every year that same cycle of thoughts just came out, but it did not make sense to me. Okay, like even though I used to put efforts, okay, I am generally saying I genuinely put effort into what I try to do. Okay, I try to do CAD, I try to do software modeling. Okay, modeling in the sense like software Python. Okay, Python, CAD, and bit of robotics. Okay, basically building soccer boards, hardware stuff. So I tried to do a lot of things to truly identify what synced with me or resonates with me. Okay, which made me feel like yes, I'm trying to do something which is useful, but nothing really stood out to me. So I gave my genuine efforts for 4 years just to end up back at the same spot that I'm still confused. I have no idea where this is headed to. So that was about how the 4 years went by. The downside of trying out different stuff throughout 4 years, and the downside of not having the right environment to grow. Okay, to the right environment to truly have peers who are having a competitive mindset, or professors who are having good experience and good knowledge on the subjects which they are teaching. Maybe I should have chosen a better college later on, but it was too late. Okay, I was not ready to waste another year just changing college and then restarting again. So I just went off 4 years that way. But if I had to talk about the positive side, this college was a place where I also met, a small percentage of people who are genuinely interested in doing something good, because they are from a tier 3 college. They do not have the luxuries that are offered in tier 2 or tier 1 colleges and whatnot. Okay, but they're like despite the odds that have been given to us, okay, that have been forced on us, we have to do something in life. Okay, and I'm very glad I met those people in particular. And second of all, there were not many professors, I would say, who were up to the mark or up to what I had expectations of for, but one or two people, okay, who led by example. Okay, not just by saying I've done this and I have this many certifications, I have this many publications, so you have to respect me, something like that. These people led by examples, in the sense that they had the experience to back up what they were teaching, and they used to teach in a way that showed, okay, this guy knows what he is talking about. Okay, I'm not saying about all the professors, just one or two you'll find in such college, or just one or two. They know what they're talking about, and the way they talk and the way they convey the concepts, right? You realize, okay, these are the people, who have truly made something remarkable in the field. Okay, and these are the people some who you should look up to as inspirations. So I'm glad I met those people. Then the next thing which I'm glad for is the startup which I mentioned. So the startups, although my efforts were in vain, okay, in the 4 years, but hey, I was able to grasp, like, an overview of all the different things now, and I know what might work, what might not work for me, how I can make it work, how I can, get into touch with different people and make something happen. Because now, of course, when I try to touch different concepts, I'll have to meet different people. Okay, now although I am not good at it, I know they are good, so I build my connections now. Okay, using those people, and now say if you want some project to be done, or if you have some app or some product in mind which you want to work on, I might not be the best person to do it at this point. Okay, I'm still working on trying to be my best. I might not be the best person to be working on that project at this point, but I have connections. I know people who can get the work done for you. Okay, so that was the positive side of being in such a college. Meeting people, okay, small percentage of people who truly were passionate about what they were learning, what they were teaching, okay, what they do. So, and these are the people who are gonna make it big in life also. Okay, and I'm glad I met them. Okay, so that was about my college experience. So there's nothing to there's nothing much shiny or nothing which out of the box which happened in my life. It's the same as yours. I'm just sharing it out here so that many people can know my part of my perspective of the story as well. But yeah, there were ups and downs throughout the college life. There was confusion was the major part. Definitely, confusion was always there. That what I should be doing, what I should be doing. There was effort also. That okay, fine. If I don't know what I'll try different things. Okay, I'll fuck around and I'll find out. And then there was the positive side that I met these people. I was able to involve myself into so many stuff. Okay, a small contribution to every part of the project here and there. Okay, but still, the vision is not one off still. Okay, I know I have to do something big in life, and I know it will happen someday. Okay, I'll persevere. I will stick to the commitments which I have made, and this is one part of that commitment. Okay, to document what I do, to document what I feel about my work, to document my past experiences, so that you can learn something from them, and probably try to implement something out of it into your life. So, yeah, with that said, I hope you guys have a great day. See ya.